everyone, it's Shel C from PaperOcotilloStudio, and today I'm sharing with you an easy and fast page that I made in my junk journal. Junk journal really made out of junk. And you will see that I'm using a technique that I absolutely love called Gesso Resist. And you can do this with clear gesso or white gesso or colored gesso or black gesso, whatever gesso. Um, it's the properties of gesso being kind of a chalky finishing sealant is really what it's for. It will seal up sections of your paper, and as long as you have an absorbent paper, then you can do a resist technique with it. So in my junk journal, I had already done this. I had put the gesso on through a stencil. I actually did it exactly like this. It was a different stencil by Wendy Brightbill, and I will put a link to the stencil down below. I hadn't used it before. It's a beautiful stencil. And so I put white gesso just like this onto a junk journal page in my junk journal, and I set it aside to dry. This portion that I'm doing right now with all these index cards is part of what I'm going to do all month. This is on the live stream show, our Art Joy of Sharing live stream show. I'm going to make a book of techniques and uses of mediums, because all month long in Art Joy of Sharing art community on Facebook, our theme is about mediums and using mediums in your art. So gesso is the most basic of the mediums, but it has a ton of different ways of using it, and that's what I was talking about today on the live stream. So I set aside those little pieces to dry, and then I got out my junk journal that already has the dried gesso on the pages. And as you can see, one page was dark and one page was light. I wanted them to look the same. And also, what I didn't think about when I was doing this is that the two pages were different types of paper. The one on the left is glossy finished paper that is a birthday card, and the one on the right was just cheap paper from the printer. And so the absorbency on the two papers are different, but they both have the gesso dried on them, the white gesso. So I got out some acrylic ink in a very dark blue color, and I put it on both sides, and I spritzed it a little bit to get it moving, and I even used a brush on the left hand side. But as you can see on the right hand side, the ink immediately soaked into the paper, and then when I wiped it off with a baby wipe, I have the white pattern, white-ish pattern left. But the left side did not absorb quickly, and so I set it aside to let it absorb some more into that glossy coated paper. And then I decided to start working on the same technique on these smaller cards that I will be putting in a little flip book. So again, the same thing, gesso on there through a stencil. And I'm using, for this first one, I'm using acrylic ink, and I actually ended up using this on my page. So that's why I left this in, so you could see this piece ended up going on my page. But I can make another one. It's not a big deal. I should have saved it for the book, but I didn't, because I needed something to finish the page quickly. So this is green and pink. Again, the acrylic ink. Now, if you don't have acrylic ink, that's okay. You can do it with watercolor. You can do it with crayons, water-soluble crayons. And I show that. If you want to really see everything that I did, you can go over and watch the live stream. I'll put a link below the video. But I was more just interested in this page. So now I have the page. I've wiped it back some. So now on the left-hand side, you can see that both sides are similar in color, which worked out perfectly. What an easy way to get two very different pages to look the same. So that stencil is now stretched out across there. I've got the white gesso resist with the dark blue, and I thought, well, now what can I do? So I got the stencil out again, and I thought, well, maybe I can add some color to the areas that have the gesso. So I put the stencil back over it, and I got out my King Art gel sticks. These are a water-soluble product, which is kind of sticky, easily movable with water. So I do end up sealing this before I'm done. But took a couple different colors of the green, super bright green, a darker green, and kind of a turquoise dark green on the leaves. And I'm blending them a little bit with the baby wipe that I have. It's not super wet, and I'm just kind of not rubbing back and forth because that would just wipe it off, but rather kind of like patting it and blending it a little bit by patting up and down with the baby wipe to get the colors blended, because I did use 3 different colors on the leaves here through the stencil, so that the stencil is lined up where the gesso already was. And then I used a couple different colors of pinkish, purple, red colors on these flowers that are up at the top. And that time I blended it with my finger. And when I did that, that kind of pushed some of this gel color under the stencil, but it didn't really matter to me. It looked good anyway. So you can see that added just enough color to make it interesting. Super easy technique with the gesso resist and a little bit of color over the top with a stencil, and you're done. Bam! That's all there really was to this page. That's why this video is short. So then I put the stencil over the other side as I had when I put on the gesso through the stencil with a sponge. Used the same colors of gel sticks, scribbled them on there, and colored that side as well. It just has leaves on that side. The flowers are only in the one spot on the stencil. And I kind of accidentally moved the stencil a little bit there. I had to realign it because I'm just holding it down with my fingers. So then I took the stencil off and I kind of blended these this time instead of having the stencil on the page. Probably should have left it on the page, but I think that looks really cool. And it was, a simple technique. You can see I can wipe back a little bit of the gel color and make it kind of like a highlight on the leaves. So there was one section down at the bottom left that had some of the card back peeking through, which was, what is that called? A QR code that I needed to cover up. So that's when the quote came in. But before I did that, I just wanted to show that if you want to clean this stuff off your stencil, it's a water-soluble, creamy product, you can just wipe onto another piece of paper and make yourself a whole nother piece of paper to use later. See, isn't that pretty? That's rice paper. And it's just what was left on the stencil from the gel sticks. So then I didn't actually film, but I did take that green and pink piece, tear it, the index card, tear it, glue it down, and then put a quote stickers from a quote on it. So here I am sealing it now. I was still talking about gesso, so I used clear gesso. This one is from Liquitex, and it has a little bit of texture in it. I do have another one that doesn't, but this one's getting empty, so I was trying to use it up. So I just threw a bit on there, and then I took a clean sponge and just kind of dabbed it around in the areas where the gel stick was to cover it up. And when it's dry, it's clear. So that sealed it, and I don't have to worry about that gel stick moving anymore in my book. So yeah, the only other thing is to glue on that little piece of colorful flower paper with the pink and green, and then put a quote sticker over it, and outline the quote sticker with a blue pencil, and bleed that out with a little bit of water, and then I was done with this page. Super quick page and very effective. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.